So now fans who sold their tickets or whatever, all of a sudden people are getting really excited about the tickets where they think she will be playing, and that's making the ticket prices go way, way up. The Federal Reserve might have to step in because ticket prices are going so high, like she's making amazing three-point shots on the moon. TV ratings are breaking records and fans are selling their kidneys to get seats close to the court. What kind of magic is this? Is she, LeBron, Steph, and Taylor Swift all put together into one person? All this crazy stuff started because Caitlin Clark is coming back from being hurt. Actually, ticket sales are down 70% in many places. The Fever played the Mystics 2 nights ago. The cheapest ticket before her injury was announced was $41. Okay, the cheapest one after her injury was announced and people knew that she wasn't going to be playing, the lowest ticket price dropped to $3. $3. This is the Caitlin Clark effect. The WNBA still doesn't really understand what they have in Caitlin Clark. She is the absolute golden goose, the golden ticket. She is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. They must protect her at all costs. Caitlin Clark isn't just bouncing basketballs, she's bouncing bank accounts, media stories, and egos, and the WNBA is getting dunked on without even knowing it. Let's be honest. There's before Caitlin Clark and after Caitlin Clark. Before her, ticket prices were sitting down. After her, they're slam dunking through your wallet and straight into the luxury tax bracket. Don't hate the player, hate the game. She got, because she's really talented, especially for being white, she's like the Stephen Curry of WNBA with the 3-pointers and stuff. Like, proven fact is like they had a game on June 7th scheduled. It was going to be Angel Reese's team, which she plays in Chicago, and then Caitlin Clark's team. They were supposed to go up there and play in Chicago on June 7th. First, the ticket sales were at $76 a ticket. Then, after they found out Caitlin Clark's not playing that game because she got injured, sales dropped to $25 a ticket. But what's really cooking here is the meltdown energy coming from some WNBA old players who apparently didn't read the script that says bigger audience equals more money and equals chill out. The Caitlin Clark effect isn't just a when she scores 30 points vibe. Oh no, it's bigger. It's everywhere. It's like oxygen in the arena. Now, even when she doesn't play, the numbers spike. Merchandise sales go up, TV ratings go up, security guards are even getting nervous because the crowd's acting like she's Taylor Swift showing up at an NFL game. Actually, ticket sales are down 70% in many places. The Fever played the Mystics 2 nights ago. The cheapest ticket before her injury was announced was $41. Okay? The cheapest one after her injury was announced and people knew that she wasn't going to be playing, the lowest ticket price dropped to $3. $3. This is the Caitlin Clark effect. The WNBA still doesn't really understand what they have in Caitlin Clark. She is the absolute golden goose, the golden ticket. She is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. They must protect her at all costs. You can argue all you want if she's the best player in the league, but you absolutely cannot argue if she's the most important because she is more valuable than all the other players combined, and that is just a fact. And here's the kicker. Some WNBA players look like they'd rather defend a fast break with no shoes than admit it. You'd think the league would roll out a red carpet for someone who's basically dragging the whole organization into the national spotlight like a point guard on a mission from ESPN, but no. Some players are acting like Caitlin showed up and stole their lunch money and their endorsement deals. The WNBA is now suffering a major injury, as Caitlin Clark is going to be out for 2 weeks with a quad injury. The reason we're bringing this up specifically is the Clarkonomics effect. Obviously, players miss time all the time, but the Sky and the Fever were supposed to play in Chicago in about a week on June 7th. The opening ticket price was $86 because you have the Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark showdown that is now box office. Yeah, those tickets are now down to $25 after the injury announcement, and it's supposed to take place in the Bulls Arena, the United Center, as opposed to the normal Win Arena. That's about a 12,000 seat difference, give or take. And the weirdest part, even on her off nights, the effect still explodes. She doesn't suit up and the arena is still full. It's like people showed up just to see if she might appear. Who else gets that? Certainly not the players posting passive-aggressive Instagram stories about respecting the veterans. Yeah, we respect you, but we also respect 2.5 million viewers tuning in to watch Caitlin get triple teamed at half court. Some players can't seem to grasp that Clark isn't their competition. She's their elevator. But instead of catching the ride, a few are busy trying to cut the cables. On the surface, it's all welcome to the league, but underneath there's a whole lot of side eyes. Body checks and quotes about rookies needing to earn it. Sure, January, because apparently earning it doesn't include being the single reason your next game is on national TV for the first time in 12 years. The veteran envy is louder than a buzzer beater in overtime. And the irony, Caitlin's game doesn't even revolve around diva antics. She's not demanding special treatment. She's just out here launching logo threes, like her shot chart is GPS powered. Meanwhile, some players are more focused on being league gatekeepers than game changers. Us support system that shouldn't change. I think, Caitlin knows that she has the ears and the eyes of the locker room and the support that she has behind, whether it's us or anybody else. I would like to think that she knows it's there and to really take her time and make sure that she's, well enough to be who she needs to be for us, because I want the 100% Caitlin. So I'll take it. Then comes the media circus, because of course the second Clark touches the ball, you've got full breakdowns, analysts foaming at the mouth, and camera angles that might as well be using drones. It's ESPN meets National Geographic tracking the wild Caitlin in her natural hardwood habitat. The league's social numbers spike and casual fans are suddenly debating zone defense on TikTok. You'd think the players would be popping champagne over the exposure. Instead, we're getting side commentary like she hasn't proven herself yet. Girl, she's proven more in 15 minutes than some teams have proven in 15 seasons. And then there's the non-game phenomenon. Caitlin Clark doesn't play, and people still act like she's about to run through the tunnel. Scalpers outside the arena are charging like she's the headliner of Coachella. Meanwhile, some teams haven't drawn that kind of buzz since the Obama administration. But suddenly, one rookie's absence is more noticeable than the home team's entire starting lineup. And yet, the resistance, a whole parade of tweets, thinly veiled quotes, and locker room shade from players who act like Clark invented attention. She's just a rookie, okay? But she's also a rookie who's filling more seats than your last 3 playoff runs combined. Turns out she's human after all, Dawn. She's going to be out for at least a couple of weeks, it appears. Yeah, you know what's interesting about Caitlin Clark? Remember last year she played in the Final Four, right? After that, she went immediately to the WNBA draft, game season started and, didn't miss a beat. All of a sudden, she got a little rest and comes back, gets a little banged up. I heard you talking about it earlier, and it's going to be fascinating to me. Ricky, I've been to FIVA games, and the one thing you notice, and this is more so than even when Peyton Manning was the quarterback of the Colts, the cognitive dissonance is wild. Like, yes, we get it. There are stars in the WNBA, always have been. Diana Taurasi could probably elbow a brick wall and the wall would apologize. But Clark has something that transcends basketball, cultural velocity, the same way Serena did, the same way Tiger did. It's that weird lightning in a Gatorade bottle that can't be taught, coached, or copy. And no one's saying she's perfect. Clark gets blocked, she gets stripped, she makes turnovers, but even her mistakes trend. When she takes a charge, Twitter explodes. When she gets hip checked, it's a whole debate on sports radio. When she scratches her nose, 5 blogs ask if she's injured. That's power. Not because she asked for it, because she earned it. She didn't just arrive, she ignited. And if the league was smart, it would be bottling that energy instead of trying to neutralize it with salty press conferences and forced elbows. But instead, some players are trying to humble her like it's a rite of passage. Girl, this isn't a sorority, it's a business. And right now, Caitlin is the best sales pitch the league's had since its inception. One word to describe Caitlin Clark: amazing, a beast. She is the truth. She's the truth, and she was a rookie. Knock down the three-pointer, get to the rim. She can get to the free throw line. She's crafty. Yeah, very crafty. So sometimes she's look like she's coming off for a 3-point shot and she'll backdoors you for a layup. She gets her teammates involved. She can pass. She can shoot. Man, she is the complete, and that's the real drama, because even fans outside the WNBA sphere are starting to clock the difference in how she's treated. Is this how we treat the player drawing millions of eyeballs to the sport? Apparently, yes. If you're still emotionally recovering from being left off, the